Hey everyone, I'm Lucas Kwiatkowski, founder of Nomads, and I am here to bring you guys advanced, real Amazon PPC videos every week with real data and walkthroughs and suggestions on what's working on my accounts and what we're doing to fix it, okay? So this week is going to be what if you lose a keyword placement spot, right? You're looking at lifetime data. You had a keyword that years ago crushed it, top of search, super low ACOS, super low cost per clicks. Over the past couple of years, spend has tripled, right? Cost per click has tripled, ACOS has tripled. Everyone's seeing it. I mean, it happens across the board. And if you're a smaller seller and have been knocked off of your ad spot by other guys, sometimes it's tricky to get that back. So I'm going to dive into here to a campaign that is one keyword, okay? It's just one keyword, exact match, and show you guys some historical data, how we lost our spot, and then what we're doing with it. So you can see here, again, I have lifetime data, and I just have, let's do cost per click and ACOS. So a couple years ago, we were still running at a pretty high ACOS, right? But that's fine. This is all I can tell you is this is a supplement, okay? So it's a supplement, high ACOS is expected. Cost per click, $3, right? $3.50. Now we're jumping in 2020 up to $4 and $5. And the past few months, again, we've been tweaking a lot of things because honestly, we can't sustain $5 clicks. This is a medium-sized account, and we just can't sustain that even if it's getting us orders at top of search. We had to change our strategy. So diving into placements here, and I want to show you guys again what most people do with the exact match top of search, but then how we're thinking about fixing it. So what we do is fixed bids with the top of search placement stat. We have 200% on there right now, okay? So lifetime stats, we have a 337 cost per click at about 1.2 ROAS, right? Not bad. If I look at last 30 days, our cost per click at the top of the page is 527. I know this is still December data, but still this is pretty much in line with what's been happening, right? So I can just say over the past couple months, right, this has been $4.50 to $5. We can't sustain that. And so again, if I go back to lifetime data, most of our sales and our click-through rate at top of search, that's where we've gotten most of the data for this keyword. That's where we want to be, right? But, so look at this. Our ROAS for rest of search is actually higher than top of search. And our sales aren't that bad down there, okay? So if I look at this, we see that there's some different things that we can do to influence this data. So at a point, you guys need to realize that it might not always be worth it and you can't sustain it to be at top of search. That's fine. Look at this data, okay? So product pages, we've never done that well, right? Click-through rate is super low. ROAS is the lowest, right? Yeah, now, yes, that is something we test. Sometimes we'll test this. What we'll do is set up another campaign with this keyword with only product pages placements, right? And then we'll change this one to 0, obviously. So we only get placements in product pages, right? Or even do a more extreme example. But you'll say, okay, now, but what if we want to get rest of search? Now, rest of search is just not top of search, right? So it's middle of the page, it's bottom of the page, it's all that other stuff. But you don't have any options here. So what we do, and what I look at here, and I'm going to look at last 30 days, is our cost per click in rest of search is 178 compared to 530. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a new campaign with an exact match bid with this bid with up-down bidding, okay? I can't put a placement stat on rest of search, unfortunately. But if I turn on up-down bidding with this, I might get some interesting data. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm taking some spend away from this top of search, which we want to keep it, we're going to keep maybe messing with it, but maybe we have one campaign that goes after each of these different placement stats for our best keyword. Just a really quick thought here is I just typed in a really high volume keyword, melatonin gummies, right? Top of search, we've got ZQuil, right? We've got these other massive sellers. These clicks are, you just saw it, they're $5 to $6. Not everyone can sustain this. I'm seeing, and I'm testing with more and more in my brands, middle of search, right? Top of page 2, or maybe just getting the video ad, right? Maybe you don't go after that top of search sponsored product. Maybe you do fine with just getting this video ad being in the middle of the page. And I'm just trying to find the first, second right here. So we have 3 more sponsored product ads right here, right? Like this guy just launched. He's vegan. This guy, you can see all of these, right? They're much smaller sellers, and they're all getting ads in the middle of the page for this keyword. That might be fine for them, okay? So look at your top of search. If you've had a keyword that's fallen off, at a point, maybe stop pushing like crazy at top of search. Change your strategy a little. Go after product pages, go after rest of search, set up new campaigns, just focusing on those placements, and see if you can regain some traction in a different placement in your top keyword.